Hello everyone and welcome to the SportsBuddies app demo, an app designed to help users find and connect with sports buddies based on their shared interests and availability. So first we will begin with the login procedure. So when a new user logs in, they will be prompted to enter their first name, last name, their email and their phone number. The email will be checked for the required format and the phone number will also be checked for the length to ensure that a correct Singapore phone number is entered. Secondly, the user will be able to create their own username, and the username has to be between 3 and 20 characters and only contain letters and numbers. We have also included a view password and confirm password feature so that the user can check that both passwords match up before they create their new password. Lastly, the user will scroll through the terms and conditions and create their account. They will then be directed to add what sports they are interested in, and they have the ability to add multiple sports if they so wish. Now they will Android device will log out, and in order to reset their password, they will click on the forgot password option, enter their email, and a link will be sent to their registered email account. So they will follow the directions, and this will allow them to generate a new password. The app also works on both Android and iOS. The left screen is demonstrating the Android functionality, and the right screen is demonstrating the iOS functionality. So now both the Android and iOS screen will log in at the same time. And if you now look at the iOS screen, we will go to the profile and activities page in order to edit the profile. There are two ways to edit the profile. One is through the profile page and one is through the settings page. So the user will be able to choose a profile picture. And if at any time they wish to change their profile picture, they can simply go in and select another image, and that will allow them to change their profile picture. The user is also able to edit any field in the profile. For example, if they want to change their username or add a new spot, they are able to do so. If the user selects a duplicate spot, they will get an error. And yeah, this will allow them to update their profile and preferences. Now we will demonstrate the dark mode and light mode feature. Works on both Android and iOS. As you can see, we'll toggle it and toggle it back. And now we will go back to the main dashboard and explore the feed of activities. So as you can see, users can see all the activities which they have not created. And they are also able to use the filter to filter through the activities. So the Android device will filter by the type of activity. The iOS device filters by the skill level. Next, the iOS device will filter by the date range of the activity. And the Android device will filter whether it's an event session or a coaching session. And now the Android device will demonstrate that all the filters can be used concurrently. So this allows users to search for the activities that they are interested in, and as well as when the user is available to attend these activities. So now we'll demonstrate the create activity feature on the iOS device. So the user will be prompted to enter the activity name, the day and time of the activity. They'll also be allowed to upload a banner image of what the activity will look like. And they will also choose the sport, the skill level, and whether the type of activity, whether it will be an event or a coaching session. They will also be able to add a short description, set the max participants, as well as the price of the activity, for example, for booking the venue. And lastly, they'll be able to choose the location. The list of locations are pulled from the data.gov S3 API regarding the list of active S3 locations. So once the activity is created, you'll be able to see under the user's profile page in the created section. So now we'll demonstrate the same functionality on the Android device. And the activity is now created on the Android device as well. So you can see it's under the created section. So now the Android device will search for the activity which the iOS device just created, which was the hockey game. So it filters by the location as well as the type of activity and finds the hockey game. He then is able to view the activity card, which contains all the details, as well as view the profile of the organizer who has created the activity. And then he can also view the location of the activity through our One Maps API, which allows the user to choose any map app in order to launch the static image through the API. He then sends a join request, which the iOS device will now be able to see through the alerts function on the dashboard. So once he accepts the request, the Android device user will be added. And now we can demonstrate the activity threads. So these will be threads that are unique to each activity. The chat will update in real time to allow participants of the activity to communicate with the organizer regarding the activity details, or just to have a conversation to get to know more about each other. So let's say if the Android device user is unable to make it for the activity, the participants have the option to leave the activity of their own choice. So as you can see on the Android device, you will press the leave activity button and just officially left the activity. Organizers will also be allowed to manually remove participants from the activity. And as well, you can see the participants number will update once the user has left or the user is removed. Users will also be able to update the activity. So for example, the iOS device is changing the location of the current activity and any field can be changed. So as you can see now, it's updated in the activity card and the OneMap API static image has changed to the new location. So now the iOS device will remove a participant from a different event. So once you has removed the participant, you'll see that on the activity card, the participants has now changed to 2 out of 4 only. So users again will be able to see the activities which they have created and joined under the user profile. So to demonstrate that now the Android device will join an activity. And as you can see from the Android device, the activity that he has joined will now be under his join field. So lastly, we will view all the types of alerts. So whether it's the activity thread, joining or leaving an activity, all users will receive an alert together with an unread alert notification. Users will also be able to mark all alerts as read, or they can individually clear all alerts or swipe left to delete each alert by itself. Lastly, the users will be able to delete their account if they choose not to use the app anymore. So this brings us to the end of the SportsBuddies demo app. These are all the functionalities which our app has to offer. Thank you for watching.